Hello, friends. We've been talking about the weapons of our warfare, which are provided by Jesus and His Word, which helps us live victoriously today. And the third weapon I want to talk about is the blood of Jesus. And I'm going to give you two scriptures. The first one is Revelations 12:11. It says, "And they overcame him," in other words, the enemy, "by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives to the death." So there is the blood of Jesus. Now, then if we go back to the Old Testament in Exodus, and this is the one that years ago really was a light for me to understand what happened. The children of Israel were going to be delivered from Egypt, where they'd been in captivity, and Moses was given this assignment, and they'd gone through all these different things that have happened, and Pharaoh wouldn't let them go until, and this is in Exodus 12, verse 12 through 24. And God gave instructions to Moses that they were to pick out the perfect lamb, the Passover lamb, and that particular night they were to take the blood from that lamb and put it on the sides of the doors of the children of Israel's homes and over the top. In other words, there was a bloodline that was placed around their doors. And it goes on to say that they were to stay in the house until morning. And as we know, the Lord, it said that then the Egyptians this would be the final thing that would enable them to be released. And it said when the blood is on the doorpost, that the Lord would stand over the door. He would be the Passover. And then the destroyer would have to go. The destroyer could not come through that door because the Lord was there to protect the children of Israel. And those of us, you can read the rest of the story later, but I think what's significant to us that we can put that bloodline over our homes, over us, ourselves, over our families, and just apply the blood of Jesus with our mouths. And that is a protection over not only us, but our children, our families. And quick testimony about this one is that we put a bloodline around our house. And years ago, a tornado was headed our way. And we saw later the results of that tornado. About a block away, it had ripped out some trees that had taken over. But when it came to our house, the tornado went over our house, and the neighbor across the street, they took some of his roof off. So that was a testimony to me, the power of the blood of Jesus. And that is a weapon that we can use today to bring deliverance, to bring protection because of Jesus' provision. Love you.